If the title of this video wasn't clear enough, I wanted to tell you up front that I hate live service games. Now, this isn't me saying that these types of games are utterly rubbish. Games like Overwatch 2, Halo Infinite, Fall Guys, Apex Legends, Sea of Thieves, Fortnite, Call of Duty Warzone, GTA Online, and so many more usually offer enjoyable gameplay. But I have serious beef with live service games, as I feel this type of business model is designed and focused on generating as much revenue as possible whilst using as little resource. So for those who don't understand what a live service game is, it's usually a free-to-play game in which a stream of new content is added post-launch, usually in the form of seasons. These are designed to keep you playing whilst offering various items, skins, etc. for you to buy, which is how these games make their money. These games tend to include battle passes too, but that's a whole other thing which I won't go into right now. The official term to describe these types of games is GaaS, which means games as a service. It's estimated that as of 2020, free-to-play games that incorporated this business model made up 78% of revenue generated. From a business perspective, it's a no-brainer for these companies to try and implement a live service game model. I mean, why bother selling a game at £60 when you can push a bunch of skins and in-game currency purchases? All it takes is for a couple of gamers to buy into this and splash the cash to justify it. And I'm not mad about this, at least not entirely. I'm not going to lecture people on how to spend their money or their parents' money. What I am mad about is that, to me, live service games reduce innovation and prolong the life cycle of a game with the sole focus on revenue and nothing else. You can call me old-fashioned here, but I miss the days when a game would come out with a lot of content for the player to get through on day one. During that time, development was focused on introducing DLC, which added more content to the game, and whilst that was happening, the developer would be focused on creating their next game or sequel. From purely a gamer's perspective, this was the best experience possible. But now what's happening with a switch up to games as a service is that it gives developers an excuse to not offer as much content at launch and spend the next few years milking the gamer for content you could argue should have been in the game from the get-go. Halo Infinite is one of the more recent, bigger examples of a live service game gone wrong. Offering its multiplayer for free, 343 Industries promised to continuously add content and build out Halo Infinite over a 10-year plan. No doubt in the business meetings, this sounded incredible, but in reality, we were given a game with little map content, a battle pass that stretched out rewards and cosmetics, and several game modes unavailable at launch. Fall Guys is another example where the live service game model, whilst maybe achieving short-term revenue goals, has impacted the game and player base negatively. Yes, Fall Guys was a surprise hit during the pandemic and was developed by a small team, but since then, Fall Guys has fallen into a trap where players are only coming back for a new season before dropping off again, and so the developer, Mediatonic, is left with a game that hundreds of thousands of people stopped playing 2 years ago and are wasting developer resource to give existing players a fresh high to keep playing. And with this current free-to-play model, they have to keep pumping out new seasons to try and generate revenue. For its first 2 years, why not let gamers buy the game up front and focus on developing Fall Guys 2? Mediatonic have an amazing IP on their hands and a runaway hit. Why not build off the blueprint they made and offer gamers a brand new enhanced experience with a lot more content from the get-go? The two most successful games in the live service gaming space are GTA Online and Fortnite. Both these titles have absolutely set the bar here whilst bringing in an insane amount of yearly revenue. And whatever your opinion may be on these titles, they do an amazing job of keeping their large player bases engaged. However, their sheer success has certainly influenced the development of other games where everyone is left thinking, how can we develop the next GTA? Or how do we compete with Fortnite? I think live service games represent a split between different generations of gamers. I personally would prefer to spend an X amount of money up front, spend more money during its lifetime on expansions, and then spend another X amount of money for the sequel. But I feel like younger gamers want every game to be free to play, spend time and money grinding each season, and then wait for the next free season to drop. I do hope we begin to see more games moving away from the live service gaming model, but as long as they continue to bring in an insane amount of revenue, it's hard to see how games go back to what used to be the norm. I'm real interested to hear your thoughts on live service games. Let me know in the comments. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.